Welcome back to the final session of this week. After all of the excitement of the last few days, I'm actually thrilled because I don't know how he managed to find the time, but you heard this morning that this amazing organization was founded by 3 guys, all of whom were studying at the Faculty of Electrical Engineering here in Zagreb. And all of them were from a little place in Istria where they first started out of their garage. And as you can imagine, they're running a global organization of 75 offices with people employed all over the world, massively busy. So I'm super grateful and thrilled to introduce to you the CTO, one of the founders of the organization, one of the partners who are in the organization, Isabel Jelinic. Please join us.
Thank you very much, and nice to meet you after a few years, after we had in Vodnjan. Yes. So thank you very much for this intro. I didn't expect such intro, but wanted today in Zagreb, so wanted to kind of say hi. And I hope you are having a good time here. And I was happy to see that this event is actually organizing here in Zagreb, on our campus. This is actually also why one of the things why we built it. We wanted such events to happen in order to boost innovation. Innovation is actually in the core of Infobip, and it has been within Infobip since we started like almost 20 years ago. Kind of a lot already. We started in 2006 year. And the innovation, we believe, and the innovation is something that really brought us here. And I think this is a great way to keep innovation boosting. So having people of different mindsets, different experiences, different regions, whatever, this is when we mix different people of different mindsets all together. This is when innovation happens, because it's really something that actually enables understanding whatever you are thinking about, understanding the problem end to end, and understanding with different perspectives. And this is really something that we truly believe, like being so geographically dispersed in more than 70 offices worldwide. This is really what gives us, I strongly believe, advantage versus our competitors. And this is something that brought us here where we are now, and hopefully will bring us even further. And especially today, when, especially in tech, there are so many things changing. Of course, together with Gen AI as a main catalyst here, everybody needs to think about it and be able to use it and understand as much as possible and use it in everyday life in their own use cases. This is the only way. Once we understand how and what it can be done, and then what will be the next step. This is generally something that this workshop is something that we are trying to implement in our organization that's already quite big, to really people gather together as much as possible, talk together, exchange experiences, and then we hope that and we are seeing great progress in such way. So really happy to have you here. I know it's Friday, I know you have 2 very long days already, but we'll get to the end, and I hope everybody had a great time here and also learned a lot of interesting stuff. Thank you. I'll be just a few minutes here. If you have any questions, feel free to approach or ask.
Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions about Infobip? You kind of seen the building a little bit, and you got to know a little bit about what they do. Any kind of trick questions? Because this is the CTO, you know. This is the person who has to implement all of the AI now, or get his teams to do that. And you don't often get the chance to have him in the room, I must say, because, you know, they're usually super busy. Everybody's like, yeah, Larry?
The obvious question at an event focused on knowledge graphs. I'm curious, I was talking to Zvonimir the other day. It doesn't sound like you're doing a lot currently with knowledge graphs, but I wonder if semantic technology is on your radar screen at all?
I must admit that last few years I'm more focused to organizing teams and doing much more about organization, then about really specific kind of stuff. But I must admit also that I liked a lot of things because I was like a maker and we were like two of us in the start, so I really enjoyed doing many of stuff a long time ago. However, not today on daily basis. I'm like trying to follow the kind of things that are now on my radar. It's not about AI, it's not about different like coding practices and how to mix it all together. About semantics, I'm not involved right now.
I mean, just like overall, like this topic of knowledge graphs. I mean, this is like what what Isabel is also like pushing now, like this whole like communication is going towards agentic, and now like what we talked a bit, like conversational agents, like RAGs, those things. So a lot of our clients, so we are building like this, trying to mimic their knowledge to be then somewhere depicted into like in our conversational agents in that kind of logic, and also like later after, so like shortly, like one part of the talk will also go a bit in this topic, like how to handle like this knowledge retrieval, augmented text generation. Like they're like for every client we have different problems that we are then solving also like some customly building, either like trying to extract the knowledge, something to do with different entities, how to map them together. So yeah, that's the topic that we're handling.
So, yeah, Matteo. Right.
But I'm more interested in the collaboration, like in the learning, like with so many offices spread all over the world. How do you make sure that the teams learn from one another? How do you organize the collaboration between different teams? I'm very curious.
So we realized, like over the years, we started with smaller teams. Everything was much easier. But with all this geographical dispersion, a lot of offices, we realized that actually there are in the organization many layers, and it's hard to to understand what someone in I don't know Kuala Lumpur told to our sales engineer there, and how this information was transferred to the some engineering site or team. So what we are now have been like already in a few years of implementations. We try to build multiple like small organizational units, like business units. We think about them like having small startups inside one bigger company, and we try to make them smaller. We try to have all the required functions in those teams. And everybody, what we achieved and wanted to achieve also is kind of everybody has a context. Everybody knows whom to ask if he doesn't understand something. So the idea is that everybody really understand what are they all about, what is their role, and what is the problem that customers has that they are trying to sort out. So this making a smaller team instead having a lot of functional layers is something that we strongly believe is like makes us faster than before. It has to be improved. There is always something to improve, but now I feel like we are really much faster than we were earlier. Great question. Thank you.
So first of all, I'm the project coordinator of Graphia, one of the projects that was hosted here. So I first wanted to say thank you for the hospitality. This has been a great couple of days. So, but just to kind of pick up on what Matteo was saying, I definitely agree. Like that's an interesting approach to try to keep things, being able to keep up with the pace and let people be autonomous and kind of grow quicker. But also there's inherent risks in that, and basically not also having kind of some level of control over who is actually doing what and how it's kind of aligned with maybe your overall technical vision that you want the company to have. So how do you balance that freedom, but also ensuring that it's going in the business direction that you would want it to go?
You are everybody asking like much tougher questions that I expected. So again, very good question. What we are, for many years ago, we changed like some different methodologies. Lately, we like I don't know how many years already we introduced OKRs as a methodology, and we are now combining them with operating plans that are both kind of partially put top down, partially bottom up from the field and from the team, and then agreed about like what needs to be done. And then this is something that we follow up like on bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, depends on the dynamics and depends on the maturity of each team. So this is generally. However, we also like all understand that it is something that's not written in stone. So things are changing during the year. There, especially in this our ecosystem, things are changing really fast. So we are able to change direction if we see that it makes sense.
Sorry, do you want to? We do have actually more mics. I don't know why we are kind of. But anybody else? Is anybody? I'm sure that actually there's probably lots more questions, and I hope that. I mean, first of all, I echo Sai's sentiment. I mean, everybody's been so impressed with being hosted here and having access to this fantastic building and this environment. And it's also so appropriate for the sort of things that are being built as well, to actually be immersed in a commercial organization that actually works in that field. And I also hope that there will be there were lots of synergies that transpired between the teams and stuff, and also with the research team at Infobip. So I also hope that there will be some continuation and some collaborations there are lots of plans for more European projects and whatever else. So that would be just a wonderful result, sort of. So that.
Thank you. Just like to confirm, this is something really like makes me happy to see this, because this is also was the intention. One of the intention of campus is really for such things to happen. So thank you all for coming here, and hope that we will repeat it.
It's a pleasure. Another round of applause for Isabel Jelenic.